Yo people, today's video I want to take a look at this Grubs fight here, which happened in MDK versus PSG Worlds play-ins phase, and specifically, as you can see, Mad Lions is currently up 2k gold and about to take this Grubs fight, so you would think that they would be doing kinda fine. Well, turns out they are not doing fine and are in fact absolutely about to get completely wiped. And I was wondering, man, how did this happen? How does it happen that you just completely Omega lose a fight when you're up 2k and supposed to be at a borderline winning advantage? So let's take a bit of a closer look at the multitude of things that are going wrong here. So firstly, let's take a quick look at the team comps. If you want, you can pause here and try to figure out yourself what each of the team comps wants to do and what makes them different. So to me, the main difference would be that MDK has ASICs, which means they want to poke a bit beforehand, while PSG has a much more reliable DPS source in the Ashe. Other than that, I would say both teams are similar in the sense that they have a lot of melee champions that want to do a lot of like extended skirmishing that are tanky or elusive in some way or another. And then MDK also have a wombo combo at their disposal in the form of Scanner, Rel plus Exalt, but in exchange much less general DPS than PSG can offer with champs like these. So ideally from the MDK side, they would like to poke a bit and then find one good engage where they chain all their ults together and just obliterate PSG before there can even be a fight. And PSG, other way around, they would like to ideally engage first and then be able to utilize the Ashe to slowly chase down and whittle down MDK while MDK doesn't have damage to kill them. And from this spot you can already see the Ziggs got no poke down at all, which is already bad for MDK. But then the second issue is that PSG is actually not grouped up at all. You can see Betty is down here, 2 members here, 2 members here, so there's not even a good angle for MDK's wombo combo to go anywhere or like hit any meaningful combination of targets because there's just no clumped enemies. And also all of this flanking going on is terrible news for Super on his 6 because this champion hates being flanked and would love it if there was just clear front to back battle lines where he could throw his bombs from safety, but in this game state that's just not really realistic. Now let's play the fight and actually see what happens. So the first mistake that occurs is Frescowy just goes full ham onto Woody. He uses Renekton W, which should never be used on Braum, and gives the rest of PSG just completely free rein to pretty much do whatever while Braum takes 200 damage off of a Renekton W. And concretely, that means that if you look to the top side, there's the second problem happening, which is also Merwin gets engaged on, and his champion only really has one, well, right to exist in this game, which is to annoy Betty and try to kill him. And again, he is currently nowhere near the Ashe and nowhere near in position to be able to put any threat on him. So he just gets kind of engaged by Azi up here and, well, overall just doesn't find a lot of use in this fight. As you can see, barely gets off a few auto attacks and some spills before dying. And in the meantime, the third thing that goes wrong is, again, MDK want to look for this wombo kind of idea, right? But Super is in no position to follow up on any CC that's landing. And also Alvaro and Alioya don't really find any good ults or CC chains. You can see here the Skarner ult coming up, but at this point the fight is basically already over because PSG have just got down so much damage already while Frescowy's cooldowns were down. Which is why they were just able to cleanly close out the fight here with the Ashe DPS. So I hope this gave you some insight into analyzing fights, and even when you're behind, maybe give you some courage to still take fights if you're just able to take the fights on your own terms and by your own conditions, then might still be able to win them anyway. And yeah, if you have any feedback, let me know in the comments, and I would really appreciate if you joined my community server, link to which you can find in the description. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.